Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to just be testing out some makeup. I have some exciting stuff in here. Some of it is stuff that I just personally haven't tried, but we do have a new foundation, powder, concealer, all of that. So let's get into it. Okay, so for primer water, you already know, Milani Make It Last. I love her so much. Okay, while we're waiting for this to kind of dry some more, I'm going to go in with the Milani SPF BFF. It has a lotion texture, natural finish, has vitamin E and glycerin. It smooths the skin for all skin tones and it extends makeup wear. I'm gonna use about that much. I don't know if that's good enough or is it too much? I don't know. Ooh, it is very lightweight. Y'all, if this has a white cast, I'm gonna be upset. It feels good on the skin though. Oh my gosh, it feels so good on the skin. Oh my goodness. Wow, this looks beautiful. I was scared at first, y'all. I was like, this is not blending out. So I have another primer to test out, and it is the Hailey's Beauty Refined Soft Matte Poreless Primer. And this is what I'm going to use on the T-zone because I do have combination skin, so my T-zone is a bit oily. That's what it looks like. Oh, feels like, I don't know, soft. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Okay. A little bit goes a long way. I love that. I don't know if you can see a difference. This is where I applied it, and then this is the side I didn't apply it. It looks like it's mattifying, like, oh my gosh, is this a winner? Yeah, you can definitely tell. A little bit goes a long way. I really love that. It's so soft. Can you see a difference? Ooh, it feels even better like after it dries down. And this does not have a fragrance to it if you're wondering. Okay, so for foundation, I have the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint and has a vitamin C in it. And I have this in the shade 338. This looks a little dark, so you already know LA Girl mixing pigment. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand and we're gonna mix it up. It says it has buildable skin-like coverage. This is fairly new. I haven't really seen this. Yeah, I think I made this too light. Is that too light? Okay, we're gonna start over because I made it entirely too light. Okay, and back. We're gonna try that one more time. I will say this, I'm not a big fan of a dropper just cause it can get messy. Great, now the pump on the LA Girl isn't working for some reason. I don't know why it's not working. It was literally just working. Okay, that's the shade we have now. I'm going to add some more of the skin tint. Ooh, look at that. Look how pretty that is. I also wanted to test this out because my mom wants to try it. Is that too light? This looks so pretty. Especially with the brush, I feel like you can get that maximum coverage. It's covering up my hyperpigmentation well for it to be like a skin tint. This looks so pretty. Look at this. I'm just gonna take a little bit more, not much. See, that's the color, the original color. Ooh, it builds up very nicely as well. I think this might be a winner. Now we just gotta see if it'll break me out or not. It is more on the liquidy side, so if you don't like that, then this is not for you. It legit feels like I'm not wearing anything on my skin, but it looks so pretty. This is what it looks like up close. Like, it's so pretty, especially with the prep that we did. I think it went on pretty smooth for a person that has like a lot of texture right now. So if you want something like every day for summer, you just want your skin to look very healthy, I think this is the one for you. Because the coverage that it gave, it's almost like a, I don't want to say a medium coverage, but at the same time, I feel like that's what it's giving me. I really like this. Okay, y'all. Look at us. Yes. Okay, so I have two concealers for you guys. The first one is one that I haven't tried. Don't come for me, do not. It is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I've heard amazing things about this. And I have this in the shade Sand. I have another concealer that I haven't really heard anybody talk about, and that is the Black Radiance True Complexion Longwear Concealer. And I don't know what shade this is actually. It does not have it on the thing. That's the number. I don't know if that'll help you. I'll see if I can find the actual name of it. These look a little light. It's fine. On my left side, I'm going to be using the Nisa Beauty Concealer Brush with the NYX one. And on my right side, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer with the Black Radiance Concealer. Okay, that was probably too much because I've heard this has great coverage, but it's fine. That's what the color looks like. Ooh, I like the texture of this. Okay, yeah. A little bit of this goes a long way. You don't need to use as much as I did because I have a lot, okay? I think this is just a little too light. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I really like this. The way it's sitting right now. That's what it looks like. I don't know. Let me get up close for you guys. This is the side with, and this is the side without. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of like super hydrating products under my eyes, but I'm building it up just a little bit just so I can see how it layers. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm talking about. It looks like it's like breaking apart. Can y'all see that? I don't know. I don't know about this, y'all. It's like it's not blending, it's just moving around, if that makes sense. Can you see that? It's like it's not sitting down. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, so maybe it's just user error, but right now this is not my favorite. And like I even wiped off my brush and everything. I'm going in with this smaller concealer brush just to really get in there. I like it with this brush better. I think maybe there's some leftover product on the Nisa one, but I will definitely keep using it. Like I like it a lot better now. But let's go in with the Black Radiance Concealer. Oh, this one's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. I like the color of this one better. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. concealer brush. I don't normally like brushes like this. I like something a little bit more sturdy. But I thought I'd try it out. Okay, so far, already I'm loving the Black Radiance Concealer a little bit more. Oh my gosh. The coverage on the Black Radiance one is crazy. I do not see my dark circles, except for maybe right here. But even then, just using whatever's left on here covered it up. What do y'all think? Black Radiance, NYX. I think I like the Black Radiance one. I feel like I don't even need to add some more, but I want to see how it layers. So I'm going to add a little bit more. This one is beautiful. It's like, it goes perfectly, I think, if you don't like a super bright under eye. This one, the NYX one is settling into my creases already. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Black Radiance one right now. But of course, I'll keep testing both out. I literally just dug my nail in this product. But the next product I have is the Uoma by Sharon C Flawless IRL Bronzer. And I have the shade High Def. This looks a little bit red, so we'll see. I'm sad, y'all. They no longer sell Uoma by Sharon C at my Walmart, which is very annoying. I don't know why. I should have known because everything was on sale, but like I was in denial. I did look it up, they just still have it online. I'm not really, for some reason, I'm not really like a putty liquid cream bronzer type of person. I prefer the blushes. I don't know why, because this is pretty. And I love how subtle it is. Like, this is pretty. I like this. I'm about to take these earrings off. They're being annoying. I was trying to be cute, but they're being annoying. Yeah, if you build it up, you can get that color card. I'm gonna have to go over that because that was too much. I can't say that I'm gonna use it every day because I'm not really a bronzer person for every day. This is another winner. Like, I really like this. Now I'm just gonna go over it with my foundation brush. So I'm not trying to look too crazy. So now I'm super excited. We have two liquid blushes, cream. The first one is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint, and this is in the shade Bombshell. This is my type of color, like a muted pink. Is this pink? like a muted color. And the second one I have is the Jason Wu Hot Fluff. This is a lip, eye, and cheek stick. I have this in the shade Gingerbread. Felt like these two colors went well together, but this is a tint, so I don't know how much pigmentation this is gonna have, so we'll have to see. This is the NYX one. That's so pretty. On this side, the same side with the NYX concealer, I'm gonna put the tint. For everyday, yeah. Wow, that's so pretty. I thought it was gonna have a lot less pigmentation, but this is pretty, and I only used a little bit. That's so pretty, guys. It's subtle. I like subtle. Ooh, and it's so smooth too. I think it goes very well with my skin tone. I'm gonna add a little bit more just so we could see how it builds up. I'm using about that much more. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can really see. Oh yeah, you can build her up. You can, yes you can. I'll put a little bit on this side of the nose. Look at that, gorgeous. Putting a little bit like kind of under my eye, because I feel like that line that you get, I don't know how to explain it, when there's like an obvious difference. So I'm just putting a little bit. Now this is a winner. Look how bright that is. Well, not bright, pigmented. Let me use that word. This is a winner. I can see myself wearing this every day. I'm going to use that same brush. I'm just going to wipe it off. We don't have the money for duplicates of same brushes. So now I'm going to go in with the Jason Wu one. This is the color on this. Look how pretty this is. Ooh, this is smooth. Look at that color. I'm excited. I don't know how pigmented this one's going to be, but we're going to see. Oh, this one's pretty too. Like the next one, I feel like you do have to build it up. I feel like you might get more pigmentation right off the bat if you use it directly on your face. Ooh, I like this color too. And they both look very smooth and they're not patchy. I feel like because of the formula, because the Jason Wu one is supposed to go on your lips too, that's what it's made for as well. The formula is a bit different. It's a bit thicker. That's what 2 layers looks like of the Jason Wu. This is pretty. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Like you can see, the next one after I added a second layer is very pigmented. This is the second layer of this one, so it just depends on the formula you want. Like it's pigmented, but I feel like transferring it from your hand to your face, it's gonna take a little bit more to build up, which I don't mind. Because if something's too pigmented, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? This is more of like a muted, everyday kind of blush. And this one is a bit like brighter, but I love both. So I'm gonna now take some of the Jason Wu and just like take my brush and see if that helps, because I want these to look as similar as possible, even though I'm not going anywhere. And I'm gonna use this on my lips later on too. Oh yeah, see, definitely when you dip directly from the stick, you get so much more pigmentation. This is beautiful. This color, Gingerbread, yeah, this is the NYX. This is the Jason Wu. Stunning, oh my gosh. I love blush so much. See how it just elevates the look even more? Living. Both of these are winners for me. Oh my gosh, these are stunning. Yes, it just depends on what formula you want. This one's a little bit thicker, like I said, because it's like a lipstick formula. And this one's a little bit thinner. So yeah, it just depends. The colors are beautiful. So now for powder, I have 2. I've really been loving using 2 powders to set my makeup. The first one I'm going to use is the Covergirl Clean Invisible Powder. It is in the shade 135 Translucent Deep. I don't know if this is going to match. I don't like this packaging. You have to, it's not like a twist top. You have to pull it. Like you see, I don't like that. It comes with a puff. This is soft, honey. I also feel like the packaging isn't good. It might loosen up over time, but there is no guard. Like once you take the sticker off, there is no guard on it, I don't think. So once you open it, powder's gonna fly everywhere. I guess you can, like there's this plastic part, like where the sifter is, in as a guard. I'm gonna blend out my under eye creases and then we can go ahead and set. That was like invisible. Oh wow. Yeah, this is gonna match. I feel like I could also use this all over the face. That was so pretty. So this is the side that I set, and this is the side that I didn't. It's very natural. Ooh, I'm liking this. So now I'm going to blend out the black Radiance side. This is the color, by the way. See, look how pretty that is. This reminds me a lot of the kimchi powder that I just tested out. So I really like this. Ooh, it's so pretty. It doesn't look cakey. Y'all know. Y'all already know. I love me some powder. Ooh, that's pretty. The only thing that I don't like about it is the packaging. I'm gonna use this to set. Does that look too light? Do you see how you can still see the blush? Ooh, my face looks so smooth. That's what the face is looking like after I set it. It looks so natural. Ooh. So now, but you see, once I took that plastic piece off, like all the powder is just out, you know? So like I said, the packaging isn't my favorite because it's like, you don't twist it. You gotta pull this thing off. So keep that paper on there. You know how like when you first get a powder, they have like this clear paper or this paper to cover the sifter? Keep that because the whole sifter is removable. And because you have to like pull the top off, it's not a twist. It can make things very messy, so keep that paper on there. But I do have a second powder, and it is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder, and it's supposed to be very mattifying, so I'm going to use this in the T-zone. And I have this in the shade 025 Toffee. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember where I got this because most of the time they don't have anything close to my shade in stores. So I think I got this off Amazon or Walmart's website. I don't know. I feel like this is key, especially in the summertime, but if you have like really oily skin or oily T-zone, this is for you. Wow, that's very mattifying. I love that. Yep, I love this. Wow. Yeah, I love this powder. I'll show you guys up close in a second because I'm always blocking the camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see up close. It's so mattifying. This will be great for touch-ups. Now I'm just setting random places so you can see. Yeah, as of right now, I don't really like the NYX one, the way it's setting under my eyes. I don't know if you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. This is the NYX, what it looks like. And this is Black Radiance. Yeah, the NYX one is not my favorite. But now, I feel like actually, I don't need to add any more blush because this for me is good. But I do have palette here. So before we get into the eyes, I'm just going to finish off the complexion. I have the Milani All-Inclusive Eye, Cheek, and Face palette, and this is in the shade medium to deep. And I'm thinking this could be like an alternative to the Natasha Denona palette. I love that palette, y'all, but it's very expensive. So I'm curious to see if this would be a good alternative. It's not the same thing. For those of you that don't want to spend a lot, I want to see if this would be a good alternative. So they have two blushes in here, a bronzer that looks a little bit too light, like just my skin tone, and they have a highlighter and 3 eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go in with the blushes first. But we're gonna start off with the matte blush first. I love this color. And I chose this palette because the blushes all are in the same wheelhouse. They all kind of match each other. Oof. I already know. I already know I'm gonna like it. Oh, this one's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. It reminds me of the Juvia's Place blush that I have. Ooh, look at that. This is very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Ooh, this is pretty. I have the smoky version of this, but I don't use it as much. I do like the blush in there, I think. I think I like one of the blushes when I did like test it out. But I feel like this one I would get more use out of because these are more my tones and more everyday. I actually want to use both. So I am going to use this blush and I'm also going to use the highlight. But let's start off, I'm going to use the other side. This blush is a lot lighter, so I'm just going to top it over. Ooh. Yeah, it's like that baked blush feeling. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna use that highlighter. Because it's a baked blush, there's some sparkle to it, and it's the same color as the highlighter. Oh, I like the tone of this. It's not too light for me. Okay, that was a lot. It's fine. We're gonna put some on my chin, on my tip of my nose, right here. It looks smooth. I feel like almost any highlighter is gonna accentuate your texture, but I really like this. Oh, this is easy to blend out too. Wait, I'm living for it. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the eyes, and just like the blush, the sparkle shimmer eyeshadow has those gold specks in there. which are absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to use this Colourpop E17 brush. It is clean, but it's stained. Just to let you know, I'm going to go in with, this is kind of like my skin tone. I'm going to go with that shade all over the lid just so we can have an even base. Ooh, I love the pigmentation on this. So now I'm going to go in with this darkest shade right here. I'm going to use a bit of a smaller brush so I can really concentrate it because I'm going to put it on the outer lid. Oh, this is pretty. I mentioned this when I tested out the Natasha Denona palette, but I love pinks like this. They just make me feel so pretty. I don't know. I'm going to blend it like all the way almost up under my eyebrow. Now I'm going to use my Morphe V300 brush. I'm going to go in to that shimmer. Ooh, I'm gonna go into that shimmer right here. I'm gonna dip and spray first, and then I'm gonna see what it looks like with my finger. Actually, you know what? We can see what it looks like with the dry brush. It does look a little bit chunky, but I really did kind of dig in there. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wait. You actually do not need to spray your brush. You can definitely see that it showed up a lot more. I don't know if you can see those gold specks, but that's what I was talking about before. Oh, this is pretty. That's beautiful. Look at that. One swipe. They're so easy to work with too. This eye look was so easy, but look how pretty we look. So now I'm going to take that brush I was using earlier, the first brush with the skin tone color, the E17 brush, just to kind of diffuse anything. And I'm going to take that brush to use the darker color with and make sure these edges are blended. Okay, so now I almost forgot the lashes. Like, I was ready to go, y'all. So for mascara, the newest one I think that I tried is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. So I'm just going to use this. I really like this when I tested it out. And then for eyelashes, I'm going to use my Kiss 11s. I feel like they would go really well with this look. This is what it looks like with the eyelash on. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so the lashes are on. Did a little wing liner. I was having so much trouble today, y'all, with the lashes. I had to reapply this one like 3 times. Anyways, for lips, I'm gonna go with this Jason Wu stick for the lips, but I am gonna outline my lips. You saw the color before. My lips are kind of dry, even though I put on the lip oil. I'm gonna go with my Essence 02 eye pencil. Ooh, I like how creamy it is. I don't know if I like this color for the lips, but at the same time I kind of like it. I think it also has to do with that I have a lot of lines in my lips and they're so dry. Like, look at that. I don't like that. The color looks good on the cheeks for me, but like on the lips, I think I might have to pass. It is very creamy though. I did exfoliation last night, so, and I moisturized, and then I had the lip oil on, so I don't know. So I'm going to set the makeup and then we can talk about the products. I'm just going to use my Milani Make It Last and we'll set the makeup. Before we get into the spear reviews, I'm just going to quickly add some eyeshadow and mascara on the bottom lashes. And I'm also going to actually add inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to use that highlighter. Now I'm just going to add some mascara and then we can talk. This is what the makeup is looking like up close. I don't know how I feel about the under eyes either. I have to do some research on that just to see if it's like the concealer or if it's me. You know what I mean? But yeah, we are all done with the look. This is it. So this Milani primer, wow, I really like this. I thought it was gonna leave a little bit of cast as you saw, but it didn't, so I really love that. This would be perfect for every day, just to add some additional SPF. It feels like a lightweight moisturizer and I love that. It wasn't greasy, it wasn't too heavy on the skin, which is my cup of tea. This skin tint, wow. Wow, I really like this. I don't really like the packaging because I'm not a fan of the dropper. Just like the L'Oreal one, it kind of gets messy and sometimes the dropper doesn't work. The product itself is so good. I might have to get a little bit of a lighter shade, but it is so beautiful on the skin. Like, you saw the way it applied, how it's smooth, and I love the coverage of this. Even though it's a skin tint, it gives the coverage of like a foundation almost. So Maybelline, you slayed with this. Now let's talk about these concealers. First of all, I'm gonna have to get a darker shade. This is a little bit too light for me, but I think I'm leaning towards the black Radiance one. I think this one was just a little bit too hydrating under my eyes, and I feel like that makes it settle into your creases a little bit more. I have to keep testing out, but I really did like this one. The color does look alike, but it really did blend. It was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. I like the way this one blended more. I hope when I showed you the way the concealer, this NYX one, was looking under the eyes, I hope that you could see like it was just kind of moving around. It wasn't like blending out, if that makes any sense. But I'll continue to use these two, but for right now I'm leaning towards this. This bronzer, wow, this was so pretty. I thought it was going to be a little bit too red, you know, but it wasn't at all. It was so beautiful. And I should have known because the blushes are absolutely stunning, but I really do love this color. It's so pretty. And I just realized that we didn't use the bronzer in the Milani palette, but I really do love this bronzer. It's so natural, but obviously you can build it up, and it looks so pretty and it blends so well. It's so smooth on the skin. So this is a win for me. I forgot about this Haley's primer. This was so good. Like on the T-zone, it looks so smooth. This is really good, and I love that it's fragrance free, it's cruelty free. I love this. Now let's talk about these blushes, honey. These two, I love the colors of them first. Like I can't get over that. These are so beautiful. I love these. Okay, you should try these out. This one I feel like is more accessible because it's NYX, and NYX is like everywhere, but I have seen Jason Wu recently at my JCPenney. This is absolutely beautiful on the skin, like, and it's like a toasty color. I'm living for it. Like I'm living for these two blushes. These will be in rotation. These powders, wow, this one reminds me of the kimchi one, so it just depends. This one's a lot more attainable than the kimchi one, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards the kimchi one. Like if you already have the kimchi one, I'm pretty sure you don't need this Covergirl one, but this one is very pretty on the skin. It doesn't look cakey. It's so smooth on the skin. I love me a good smoothing, mattifying but still natural looking powder, and this is one of them. Now if you're an oily girl, okay, if you are oily or you have an oily T-zone, this Rimmel London powder is for you. She was not playing with you. She was matte. She's gonna keep you matte, and this will be a good touch-up powder. And last but not least, this Milani palette. This palette is absolutely beautiful. So I just got the Natasha Denona palette just so I could show you the comparisons and the similarities to these. Honestly, if you're looking for something similar, then this Milani palette, if I can get it open, is a good option for you. But these two are so similar, y'all. Like they're not the same obviously, but they're very similar to the point where it's like if you don't want to spend $62 on this, you could probably just go with this one and you'll be fine. When I tested out, y'all, I was like, oh, I'm feeling beautiful. I'm feeling like, oh, I don't know, you know what I mean? That's how I felt, but that's also how I felt with this one. These tones are beautiful, so this would be a great alternative. So I just wanted to show you side by side. Wow, I didn't use the bronzer. I'll swatch it for you guys. It just looks a little bit too light, but at the same time, no, it looks a little bit too light. Let me put it on my forehead. Oh no, can you see that on my forehead, y'all? Okay, she's a lot darker than she seems. I'm just gonna kind of blend that into my forehead because that was a lot. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, so this palette is a winner for me. If you get anything from this video, I think you should try this Maybelline skin tint, these two blushes, child, and then this Milani palette. I think those were the 4 things that really stood out to me, and I was just kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? That is it, everybody, for today's video. I hope that you got something for this video. You already know what I say. I'm sending so much love and positivity your way, and I hope to see you very soon in my next one. Bye!